Okay, can you hear me now? Let's see if I can fix the game audio issue. Alright, can you hear the game audio now?
It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten.
Alright, good. Let me make
We
a few
are
setting
few
changes,
now,
and then we'll be right back.
and our warnings have been ignored for too long.
Okay, is everything good now? With sound and everything? Awesome. Okay, we're gonna start that intro again because it is important. It sounds like everyone couldn't hear it. So let's all just pretend that we've never seen it before. This is the beginning of the stream. There were no technical difficulties. Everything is fantastic and new. We're going to be playing Dragon Age Origins. It's one of my favorite games. And we're going to start that now, which has definitely not been started before. And we're going to watch this beautiful opening video that's going to explain how incredibly wholesome and wonderful and sunshine and rainbows this world is. We're not going to play Awakening yet. And, anyways, we're not going to play Awakening yet because that's technically a sequel to Origins. It's just included in the Ultimate Edition. So we're going to play Origins. I don't know what you mean. There's no chat history already, so there's nothing to delete. know why my mouth is continuing to do that when I stop talking.
The chantry teaches us that it is
That
the
might,
hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption.
Yeah, I think it's either a rigging issue.
They
or it
returned
might be,
as monsters,
my fan.
the first of
I
the
have
Darkspawn.
a fan in the background, but I think the mic might be picking up. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but hopefully you cannot.
They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. Until the Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness.
Welcome, welcome. We're
and
watching the opening
prevail.
video.
It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. It may even be too late. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
Okay, so that's our wonderful backstory for this wonderful game. As you can see, it's pretty optimistic. Nothing going wrong. Everything's wonderful. No real need for us to solve any problems. So overall, it's going well. But in all seriousness, I've been thinking a lot about what I want to do for this game. Like what you know. So as you can see here, one of the features of this game is you can pick your race and your body type, and depending on what you choose, you get further options into these backgrounds, which have pretty substantial effects on the game depending on them. Sometimes the substantial effect is that there is no effect, but they're all different, and they open up different options and different endings to the game, since it has like a billion different ending combinations. And originally I was thinking that maybe we would go with one of the more popular endings that I think is one of the better ones, maybe an origin that has a lot of impact on the story. But I know that some people have told me that they don't want to watch too many of these streams because they're afraid of spoilers, because they're going to play the game themselves. So I thought maybe we should go with one that I think not a lot of people are going to go with, but that I think is good. It's one of the ones that I like, but it's a much less popular option. And so I think we're actually going to go with Dwarf Commoner Rogue, which sounds pretty standard, but the reason that nobody ever plays it is because Dwarf Noble is just mechanically better. in every way. You're still a dwarf. Dwarf nobles get the power of capitalism that they can use to bludgeon their enemies by having way too much freely money way too early in the game. So nobody ever picks commoner because you basically get the exact same stuff, but with way less money. But I think that's what we're gonna go with. Yeah, it's not exactly hard mode. I would say, as much as dwarf noble is just kind of busted. This is more the intended difficulty. I still have the DLC items that I got for beating the various DLC or just for having the Ultimate Edition. I am going to be using those because I like using them. I think they're fun items. So the game's not going to be super hard, and the game really isn't hard. I'm not even sure what difficulty I'm going to play it on. Probably not. Definitely not Nightmare. Probably not hard. Maybe normal, maybe easy. I haven't made up my mind yet. But it's more that the origins change the story a little bit. Like you get different dialogue options, you get different endings, certain NPCs treat you differently, and I think that very few people play Dwarf Commoner because dwarves in fantasy just aren't as popular as elves or humans usually. And if you were going to play a dwarf, you'd probably want to go with Noble because it really does have a bigger impact on one of the main story beats. And it also is just from a gameplay standpoint, you have access to a merchant that pays you a lot. So I think really Dwarf Commoner is probably one of the least played ones. It's one of the ones I see talked about the least for sure. And so I think that's the one we're going to go with, so that if you do want to play this game on your own, and you want to see how your origin impacts your gameplay, you can do that without necessarily being spoiled for something like Human Noble, which I feel like a lot of people do, the Dwarf Noble, or Dalish Elf, or Mage, which gets one background. It's the most broken background because you get to play as a mage, and they're broken. So
Greetings.
Ragno. Uh, Yep. And now for everyone's favorite part of these kinds of games, character creation. Where we get to spend the entire stream making a character and having no time to actually play. Oh. So the thing is, we have to have a tattoo if we're going to be a commoner, because all dwarf commoners have tattoos. And all dwarf not commoners don't have tattoos. So that's something they don't tell you, by the way, until after you've made your character. So you get to spend, like 40, 45 minutes sometimes making this perfect character, and you give them your sick tattoo or lack of tattoo, and then you get in and your character's wrong. Otherwise, it's just wrong. Which if you're me, then is terrible, and you have to go redo the entire thing again. But I know this, because I've made past mistakes. I kind of like our little high-tech luck guy. Let's see, what color do you want to be? That there. So this game is modded. This is a modded playthrough of the game, so we have cool hair. Like, whatever that is, let's not do that. Although it was kind of funny, so we might do that. I don't know. Red for the tattoo. All right. Let's make the tattoo red then. Oh, that's the. Okay, we've got our fancy hair. We can't see our tattoo now, though, so we're gonna have to pick a different tattoo. Okay, that's actually kind of, that doesn't look that bad. Um, we need a beard because we're a dwarf. We go with like the Ron Swanson. That's what it reminds me of. Um, this guy's supposed to be based off me, so I feel like we should have white hair, and green eyes. Uh, just so we're all clear, we will see this guy constantly. So this is actually important. This isn't like thank you. I think it looks cool too. This isn't like Dark Souls, where we just sort of like make a character and we make some abomination and we slap a helmet on his face and we never see him again. No, no, no. We're gonna see this dude. Like for the next like 40 hours, we will see him almost every cutscene. So we need to be sure that he is tolerable. Like naming a pet, not give them a name that you will then hate the next day. But it's fine. I may actually go with hair. I like the silly hair. I think that maybe we can find hair that doesn't obscure our face as much, though. This I don't think is bad. And it's still silly-ish because we've got like the cow leg, but now it also let us actually like that. Alright, so what do we think of this hair that lets us see our face a little bit more? Yes, exactly. We don't want our like to go into a serious cutscene and then have the vet yell our name and then all of a sudden we're like, yep, yeah, that's me. This was supposed to be emotional, but I can't stop laughing because I look like a dork. Uh, the color we want. I want to see what the weird options. Have a beard. It's not kind of dark or uh, yeah, I think this might be our best option, honestly. Um, the eyes have to be green. Color. That's blue. That looks vaguely green. Awesome. I'm doing a great job already then. If I'm already managing to nearly kill my viewers. This is the real goals in life. So let's see, I think that's our eyes. I don't think we need to mess with brow depth and brow height. I kind of like the way his face looks. Maybe get a different nose. Yeah, like this one. Definitely this one. This is it. This is the nose. No, no, no. That's not the nose. Like we already established that we don't want to be embarrassed by this. What's that? Oh, okay. I thought it couldn't get worse than the other one, but that sure is nos. It's either this one. Yeah, we're gonna be a Bishonen dwarf. I think that should be our life goals. Um, I think this one. Um, I don't think we need to. No, we are not picking the ridiculous nose because if we pick the really silly nose, then it's going to ruin all of our serious cutscenes, which is a large amount of these cutscenes. All right. Um, I don't think we should make the eyes anime. I think it would definitely be funny. We can do it briefly. We can see what the anime eyes would look like, but we're gonna have to send them back because. Although actually no, you know what? That actually doesn't look that bad. I thought it would look way worse, but apparently the game has prevented me from creating too much of an abomination. Um, all right, you win this one, Apple. Um, okay, I know that we said we were gonna make the tattoo red, but I kind of want to see what it looks like. All right. So I think the red. Well, I think the black would probably go better with our armor sets later on as we go through the game. What do y'all think? Do we stick with the red, or do we plan ahead and go with the black? 'Cause you can't change this once we make this guy. Also, I am tempted to just name him Bishi now since he is the Bishi dwarf. Um, I'm gonna do it. Before I do that, though, I'm going to do the most important part of naming something you can't name him Boat. Okay, because that made him laugh, I am going to name him Boat. Why Boat? Why Boat, Hoofmonk? Also, hello, welcome to the stream. I mean, that's fair. Boat is a good name. So yeah, yeah, we can name him Boat. He'll be Boat the dwarf. This actually seems like something that a dwarf commoner would name their child, just because they've never seen a boat before. They have no idea what it is. Um, all right. Does anyone have anything that they want to have happen to Boat? Um, as a reminder, he can't look too silly because we will have to see him constantly. It's not Dark Souls. We will not be able to just hide his face behind a helmet. I mean, I guess we technically could, but we're going to be a rogue, so that's going to be more difficult. And I also have a mod installed that hides the helmets so that we don't have to see them. Because otherwise you get into some very silly, like, Xenoblade Chronicles 1 territory, where everyone just looks freaking ridiculous in every cutscene, and you'll show up to a cutscene and they'll be like, oh no, something terrible's happened, and you're just like, well, yeah, it's your fashion sense. Take off the hat. All right, we have to do his voice. We cannot change his size, unfortunately. We can only change his face.
How do you do?
Yeah, man. Apologies on that one. I might have made Nightbot too aggressive. Yep, they are. I will try and fix that for the next stream, since it sounds like they are potentially too aggressive. For now, what's experience sounds like? No, I don't like that one.
Greetings.
Nah, that sounds too deep.
Greetings.
Mm,
Charmed, I'm sure.
definitely not.
Greetings.
No. I'm
How do you do?
I kind of like this one. I think this one fits him the best.
Oops. Where's my head?
I feel like both the Bishi will be cocky. Amfrog? Okay. Yes, I'm not sure what Amfrog has to do with anything, but I think this is our character. Does anyone have anything regarding the face that they think needs to be done that we haven't done yet?
Greetings. How do you do? Right. Casting. Focus.
Okay, but I'm like 80% sure, I'm gonna look it up right now, that the cocky voice is Steve Bloom. Watch me be horribly wrong, but if it is, we're gonna have to go with that on general principle. Looking it up. 'Cause now it's gonna bother me. Origins. Yeah, we're gonna find this out. It's totally not. I'm an idiot, as we already knew. Okay, so
Charmed, I'm sure.
I've
How
got
do you
one
do?
vote for Cocky or Suave,
Greetings.
one vote for Deep.
How do you do?
I feel like Cocky is deep enough. I like Cocky. We're gonna do that. And go next. Okay, so the important thing to note about our Commoner. The other thing is, for those of you who just got here, we're going with Dwarf Commoner because I feel like it's a really uncommon option. Because if you're going to play as a Dwarf, Noble is just mechanically better and has generally bigger input on the story, so most people go with that. If you're not going to play as a Dwarf, well, you're not going to play as a Dwarf Commoner at all. So, since I know that some of y'all have expressed concern about spoilers in later streams, I'm going with an origin that I think will provide a more unique experience so that there will be fewer spoilers for people, so that when you go through and do your own playthrough, it'll be a unique experience versus what we're getting on stream. So hopefully y'all can stick around for that. And one of the other things is this is a modded playthrough. So one of the mods I have is that I added the Awakening talent trees to Origins, and I did this for a very, very important reason, and that is that Awakening is like really short, but it adds a whole bunch of cool things that you can only use in Awakening, and that has always driven me absolutely freaking insane. That basically you get super cool new toys for like 12 hours. So to compensate for that, we can run those in Origins, and what that means is that our builds are going to be different than typical Origin builds, and that means that we're gonna want to pump Dexterity, but probably not yet, because right now we're gonna want to equip our best armor, which is going to be strength-based, strength of 20. And we're going to need to pump Cunning a little bit so that we can get some of our rogue talents, like lockpicking and stealth. So let's see what our skills are for that. I think Cunning 22 is what we need, but Strength 20 is a bit more of a pressing concern. So we're going to put this all into Strength, even though we're really going to want to do, once we've got our Strength to 20 and our Cunning to 22, is we're going to want to pump Dex, because we're going to go for an Archer build, because I like Archer builds. So we need this. Although... let's see something. That's what I thought. But yeah, so we have our Awakening talents. The main one we want is this, but we don't get that till level 10. But that's what makes us really good. So right now, we need lockpicking, stealth. Go back and look at our choices here real fast. If I don't take that, instead take this. Can't take that at all. But it looks like we're not doing that. This is the longest part of this game, by the way, is making characters. And to answer your earlier question, I don't know if he actually does have bottles on his apron. Looks like yes. Perhaps, or maybe that's metal. I'm not sure. We're gonna go with coercion because it's more plot stuff. And then we're gonna get a book, I think, that's gonna let us our skills anyways. And we're not using any weapon skills. All we really want is melee archer anyways. So there we go. We're gonna play on normal. I don't feel like I'm really up for the challenge of Nightmare. I don't think we need to play on easy. We may turn it down if it gets too annoying. Exactly. Exactly, Ravenclaw. There's things we can't do without coercion and lockpicking, and so that's what. Also, hello. Yes, that's what we are going to do. So, coercion is usually the thing I max first, to be honest. Especially if I'm on a mage and I don't have to get the combat training at all. But yeah, let's do normal. Let's see how that goes. We're finally starting.
Deep beneath the Frostback Mountains sits Orzammar, largest and proudest of the two remaining dwarven
You
cities.
see my mouth opening.
Once the seat of an underground empire, Orzammar now stands alone, cut off from the world by the Darkspawn, still clinging to the memory of its former glory. Below the vast statues and gilded halls where the noble families play at politics, the lower castes live in their shadows, scurrying to serve like their ancestors before them. Below that is you. You are casteless, the dirty secret staining Orzammar's perfect society, forced, along with your sister, to sell your services to the crime lord Barat. To the rest of Orzammar, you are proof that the casteless deserve their fate. But you know you do what you have to, the same as everyone, just to survive.
I can't keep gambling on you forever, Precious. You've got a sweet look, something to light a man on fire. But you gotta make it count.
Please, Barat. Can we not do this in front of my brother?
Why not? He knows the slope of the land, don't you, boy?
So one of the things I actually like about Dwarf Commoner, and one of the reasons I wanted to do it, the other reasons, is I feel like it's one of the more unique origins, because it really gives you. Also, hello, Natural Melodies. It gives you the yeah, it is. It gives you a really good look at what Dragon Age is all about, right? A lot of like Human Noble is a great origin. It's one of my favorites, but it's very fantasy, like more generic fantasy, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's good at that, but Dwarf Commoner is really, it's something you're only going to get in this game. So, what are our options? He's right. Whatever it takes to get out of this cesspool. Didn't I tell you not to talk that way to my sister? We owe you everything, Barat. We won't let you down. Don't worry. She'll find a man or she'll answer to me. Yeah, exactly. It's really gritty. All right. So we have to decide at some point. Do we want Boat to be a sort of a goody goody two shoes? Do we want him to be more of a Batman anti-hero? Do we want him to be like an absolute scumbag? The one that I had planned for him originally, but this is up to everyone else, is I was thinking that we were going to be using some companions that don't see as much play, again, to try and give people sort of a wider view of the game that won't step on the toes of their own playthroughs. But those companions are kind of bad people. So we can still use them and just give them gifts all the time to make them not hate us for being terrible. But hello, welcome. But we or we could use other companions that are more good aligned that people don't use as often. So like we don't have to be tied into it. But yeah, so we want to be. It is. Scumbag is hard to play. And as for to answer you earlier, I like City Elf too. I feel like City Elf is really intense though. So I didn't pick that one. All right. Thanks. Yeah, so I guess let's go for now. Seems like people are moving towards sort of good. Is that right? You want good? Or if anyone wants us to be a bad person, speak now or hold your peace until the next time we have to make a decision, which will be soon. Be good, do crime. Okay, then I will change my projected companions, except for Morgan. She stays in the party because I like her. Yeah, I like gooder, but not necessarily perfect, to be honest. That's my favorite way to play this game. So let's tell him not to talk to our sister that way because he's being a real piece of work.
You told me a lot of things, not one of which meant more than a fart in the middens. Before me, your sister was just another duster. Now check her out. Braids down to here, gold cap teeth. She can recite elf poetry and play the string harp. Every man's dream. All she's got to do is find a lord, squeeze out some kid who looks like him, and we're all living the easy life in the Diamond Quarter.
Please, don't get involved. You know that never goes well.
I don't like to see him treating you that way.
I'll treat her however I like, as long as you both eat off my plate. You keep your head down and say aye to any job I decide is low enough for scum like you. In return, I put out coins so you can doll yourself up and get a belly full of some nobleman's brat. Then you both go free, and I get to join the family and be called my lord for the rest of the little prince's life.
Honestly forgot how much I hate this guy. It's like impressive. I think we've known him for like a grand total of less than a minute of actual like dialogue, maybe 5, and I already hate him. This game is so good. Feel free to share it with anyone you want. If only a few people watch, that's fine. If a ton of people watch, that's fine. I'm really doing this because I just like this game. I want to show it to y'all. But, the more people I can show it to, that's good too. Let's see. So what are you doing here? And her son will call you uncle and come visit on game days. We've kept our part of the deal. We have to be sarcastic. I'm pretty sure that's like a rule of this game. If you can be sarcastic to someone and there's probably no consequences, we gotta do it. It's too funny.
That's what everyone likes. A castless with a big mouth.
Yep, that's us.
But I didn't come for the joy of your company. I've been looking at my investments, and this one hasn't borne much gold. I'm giving you another week, Precious. If you haven't found a patron, you're back to sweeping streets.
But I have. I've met someone. That is, I didn't want to promise, but he seemed interested.
That's right, it's Dragon Age. Welcome, welcome. We are doing a dwarf commoner rogue playthrough. So I'm pretty excited about it. So let's see what we got. We've got, so get off her back and tell me my job for today. See, she's found someone. I told you to deliver. Watch yourself. I feel like I want to mouth off to this guy. Let's see how far I can push him.
Everyone needs me. Because everyone has things they want, and my Carter, we're the ones who provide. Until you can do that, you're nothing but my errand boy.
Yeah, you always have to mouth out.
Shut up.
It's the
and
rule.
do
If it's not a companion, then you gotta tell them that you don't care about them.
Good guess.
Heating up.
Your buddy Lesky's waiting outside. He knows what I'll need from you today. Don't even think about bungling this job. Your whole family's on loose sand with me right now. And I know you don't have anywhere else to turn.
We can do better.
I'm sorry you
We
had
can
to
make
see
him
that.
hate us more. Alright, Barat expects too much from you. You don't have to hide anything from me, Rika. Seen it before, I'll see it again. Can't stay the way he drinks. There's no one like family, so we're not gonna mouth off to Rika.
I know.
Hatred
You've
makes
always
us
been a good
stronger.
brother. Always tried to protect me. I should have told you. Barat's been warning me ever since 2 of his other girls found patrons at Lord Harrowmont's reception. They've been getting gifts already. Lord Rooston gave Elsie a surface silk gown and she's not even pregnant. Barat's getting impatient.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people play Human Noble, especially because, Human Noble gets so many unique plot points, especially, honestly, the whole game. Like, it's like you start with unique plot points, you end with unique plot points. But I feel like there's a lot of other really great runs, and I like Dwarf Commoner a lot because you really get that 0 to hero feel, right? Like, we are right now at the absolute bottom of pretty much. I mean, you could argue City Elf is at the bottom with us, but we're pretty low down there, and obviously it's a fantasy game, so we're gonna rise above that, and that's always a great journey, in my opinion. Okay, so Barat expects too much from you. Isn't the work I do for Barat enough? I just wish we can have to kiss up that cave chick. Yep, we're gonna be rude to him.
You know the other options. Cleaning middens, begging, going to the surface. No. Unless you find a way to save us all from Darkspawn and become a paragon. We're pretty much on Barat's leash for life.
I have not yet played Inquisition, actually. It's on my list. It's been on my list for a while. I'm hoping that my plan is that I can go through this, and when I'm done with Origins, we can do Dragon Age 2, and then we can import that character all the way into Inquisition. Maybe I play Inquisition on stream. If I keep streaming up to that point. But yeah, I love the elves in Dragon Age, to be honest. I generally don't find elves to be as interesting as I do in Dragon Age. They're both aesthetically pleasing, but their lore is just so cool. And let's see, so we don't have a way to become a paragon, so expects too much from you. I don't know why I can't join the army. Someone like me could never actually be a paragon. It's not fair. The product switch around. I need to get going. I feel like we should be more confident. We need to believe in ourselves. We could be a paragon if we tried. We're not going to whine that Brock has to push us around because that's not going to get us anywhere. But I'm going to see why
It's
I can't.
sheer folly. One more way the nobles protect their status. They say casteless soldiers are more danger to each other than to Darkspawn. That it's an insult to the smith to let us touch a fine-made weapon. Truly, they just don't wish to insult the warrior caste by showing that given the same opportunities, we could lead an army just as well.
Yeah, that's the thing, is I want to get the world where it needs to be. And I originally played this game on PlayStation. I've played through it on PC since. But I lost that save file because it was on a different computer. And I don't think Steam backed it up. They might have. But I'd like to play through it again before I go into Inquisition anyways. Let's see. I think we should comment on how the Darkspawn have almost overrun our current troops, which they definitely have. Because we all know that they'd rather we all be killed than admit they're wrong. That's true. But let's be pragmatic here.
Every year, more of the beasts come up from the deep roads. I've heard they've even been harrying the surface.
And is anyone doing anything about that?
They would even turn to humans for aid before us, it seems. There's been talk of an alliance against the Darkspawn. Even that the Grey Wardens have stepped up.
Oh, that is.
But we don't have time for this now. Lesky must be waiting, and Barat won't like it if I'm late for my appointment.
Okay, let's say it's not fair.
Money gives him power. He's got family on the surface, which means he can smuggle up lyrium and smithcrafts. and bring down silks, wines, and furs. And he played it smart. When he started expanding, he made sure it was only the casteless he shook down for protection, so the guardsmen didn't care.
Sounds like a real piece of work. Let's find out if he can follow through on his threats.
Don't underestimate him. Barat has thugs who'd kill their own mothers just to work for him.
That's pretty terrifying.
As far as the nobles are
Get more lore.
concerned, he still stinks of Dust Town. He's got money now, but you can't buy caste, you know? No noblewoman would risk a dalliance with him. His only chance to join a noble family is to claim kinship with a concubine who bears a noble's son. And that's what he wants more than anything. Don't you? Imagine what it would be like not to have people look at us like we're sewer sludge. To think our lives are worth something.
Right. You're gonna get. You tell me I could become a paragon.
It wouldn't be the first time. Garelon the Blood Risen was born casteless, you know, before he went to the surface. And he came back and won the throne. Many paragons have humble origins. All that matters is that the Assembly recognizes their achievements.
New goal
And
acquired.
once they get that vote, they found their own house, and are as noble as if the ancestors themselves had made it so.
Let's make a
Oh,
joke
don't
about
pay attention
Mom.
to her. She's just a bitter old drunk. She also said you'd never learn to walk or stop dumping in the bed. Make something of yourself just to spite her.
Hopefully, both of those things are true. Hopefully, we did learn to walk and stop dumping the bed. Kind of awkward if we didn't. All right,
Maybe
let's
you
go
will.
spite Mom.
But until then, we can only serve as Barat demands. And he won't like it if either of us is late.
All right, I think that's
Stay
all
out
of
of
our
trouble.
options.
I'll see you tonight.
Let's save our game. You're gonna find I have an obsession with saving, and yes, that's right. Spite is the ultimate motivator. But I don't think we need. Don't need let's see here. And let's see what items we got, because we have a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, we can wear the helmet. And Lion's Bow. We are going to be using these DLC items. I know some people like don't like them. I like them. I earned them. I will use them. Even the High Regard of House Dace, especially the High Regard of House Dace. Although we're not going to use it forever because it only gives a melee critical chance. Probably exactly. Probably the Lucky Stone. So some of them are from Dragon Age Keep. You can unlock them now for free. Like they basically opened up every pre-order item for if you have the Ultimate Edition, you can just get them. If that doesn't work, sometimes they'll unlock them, but they won't like unlock in your game. You can just download the files. So I unlocked them in the Keep, and some of them worked and some of them didn't. So I downloaded the files. But the rest of them are from doing various different DLCs. Like if you complete achievements in the DLC, then you get items when you make or boot up your Origins character. So like that's where we get things like the Reaper's Cudgel for killing the Harvester on hard mode. That's where we got the Sorrows of Arlathon and the Battle Dress of the Provocateur. That's from Liliana's DLC. Lightblood is from the Darkspawn Chronicles. And then Blood Dragon's from the Ultimate Edition. I don't remember where Bulwark of the Tree King is from. But the majority of these now are from just free DLC that they opened up. So let's spend those points. Let's get our strength to 19. Okay, I really want to get improved coercion, but I feel like that's going to result in us not having enough combat training to actually get the skills that we want. So I am going to get at least 1 point in combat training so I can start getting the first level of archery talents. And now, because as I said, I have a problem, we are going to save again. Yeah, no problem.
And I'm off.
There we go. I was wondering why that wasn't leaving. So for those of you who haven't played on the PC, my favorite part about the PC, actually, and this is, in my opinion, the best version of the game, not just because it's moddable, but also because it plays totally different. Because the PC version is a top-down dungeon crawler, primarily, which I think is really, really cool, versus the actiony playthrough of consoles. We should talk to her.
Who's that? Why are you bothering me? Rika?
Alright, guys. It's Bo. Or we can tell her it's the guardsman. We're under arrest for drunkenness. We could tell her it's the king of Orzammar. We're not gonna hit on our mother. No.
Don't you talk to me like I'm an idiot. You think I don't know my own kid?
I do think that,
What are you doing
yes.
here anyway? Rika said you were finally making something useful of yourself.
That is debatable. Let's care about our mother. You said we were going to be a good person, so we should tell her to stop
You
this
tell
behavior.
me. Just what do I got that's worth living for?
Yeah, you got us, your kids.
I know you both hate me. I know what I done to you, but it was for your own good. The world's a cruel place. You had to learn that. You think you'd be where you are now if I'd let you hide from a few slaps? Everything you are, I made you.
Wow, our mother is objectively terrible. Yeah. Let's just tell her to,
Oh, I
fly out.
shouldn't keep doing this to you. I know I shouldn't. It's just so hard. Hey, where's she going? Why is she leaving? Don't leave me!
Never mind, Mother. Why don't you just lie down? That's good.
Yeah, it is definitely intended for PC for sure. That was what they originally made it for, and then they ported it to consoles.
About sodding time. I was starting to think I'd have to bust in and get an eyeful of that spicy sister of yours. Growl. No hot-blooded dwarf can help himself. Those perfect lips, just made to be screaming my name.
I don't
You
like
must have had
that.
a few naughty thoughts yourself, huh? What
What
do you say?
the? We're gonna threaten this man.
You know I'm kidding. It's strictly hands-off with me and Rika. But as much as I'd love to keep chatting, we'd better get down to business.
We're gonna
No
make
such
something.
luck. Boss says we're out for a search and discipline. One of his smugglers is holding out on him. Name's Oskias, some surfacer. Barat got word that he's been selling shipments topside that never make it to Barat's ears down here. He wants us to find the rotter and see what goods he's holding back.
It's actually interesting that he's somehow less terrible if you play a female, because that's unusual for this game. At least from my experience. Because that was awful. Like, absolutely horrendous.
Well, yours will be a short and tragic relationship. You ready to show him some pain?
Yeah, that's true. He probably just doesn't say it to our face. Alright. What do we do with him? He's been holding on to Barat. We don't want to kill this guy because we said we're going to be good.
We're not just killing him. First we take back anything he stole and then we kill him. Come on, you can feel bad later. Whatever lets you sleep at night, my friend.
Be good, do crime.
Hey there, Carter boy. Care to try a taste of this? Any way you like it.
Alright, let's not. I just realized what she was talking about. I thought she was talking about, like, food or something. But apparently not. So let's talk to Gullinar. Gullinar
Two
seems
bits
cool.
for the needy.
All I can spare is one.
Well, what are you staring at? It's one sodding copper bit. You want me to sing your praises? Yes, sir. Pleasure, sir. Is that what you're looking for? That's worth 10 bits, no?
Alright, said we were going to be a good person, so we're not going to intimidate this man on how to find the guy that we want to murder.
You think I got nothing for you, but you'll see. This'll be you someday. Soon as you start to wrinkle up and Barat's got no use for you. Don't think you got anywhere to go but here.
Who the dust do you think you are? I don't need no sodding help from some jumped-up
Spare silver. My boy needs medicine. The docs say he won't wake without it. Don't look at me like that. I was beautiful once. I was beautiful.
No, we don't want to go to the commons. I imagine nobody there knows anything. So I guess we have to go back to that guy and intimidate him. Unless there's someone else we can talk to.
You looking for a place to sleep? There's a vent behind Gavasts. You don't mind if you use it. All I want is a nip of ale to dull the pain. All I want is a
Alright, well, we can't talk to him anymore, so I guess we do have to go to the commons. To the commons.
What are you doing
Have
here,
you heard?
Brand?
King's got a team who found traces of Bronca in the deep roads.
Oh? Found her body, did they?
No, tools. Signs of camp, things like that.
Paragon or not, Bronca's dead. She's been gone 2 years. No one survives the deeps that long.
I'm sure that will be of no value later. Alright, who's this guy? He's got a name, so we can probably talk to him.
Hey, boy. You look like someone who could use a spare copper. What do you say? No work, just money for something you're not even using. Much. You look like you've still got all your teeth. Nice and healthy. I craft replacements for nobles who have lost theirs. I can pay you real handsome for some of those. 1 silver for 2. What do you say?
We're not going to
Suit
justify that with a
yourself.
response.
Plenty of brands are willing.
But Olinda, what she got?
Lesky, you old scamp. What are you doing here? Trying to charm me out of another set of ribbons for your girl?
Trying to talk you into being my girl, Olinda. You know my heart's breaking for you.
Don't you go saying that around my husband. Who's your friend?
Your boat.
You're welcome to look around. I'll slide on the markup since you're Lesky's friend, but I can't give anything away for free. Just don't touch anything if you can't meet the price.
Okay. We have no money. We had 5 coppers, and now we have no copper. We could sell the Reaper's Cudgel. We are going to sell the Reaper's Cudgel at some point. And honestly, because we're not playing as a noble, it doesn't matter where. And as for why boat, Ravenclaw, it's because Hoofmonger recommended that we name ourselves Boat because it is a good name, and we agreed. We all collectively agreed that Boat is a good name. And so now we are Boat. I mean, we don't actually need any of this stuff. So we will not sell the Reaper's Cudgel just yet. It always hurts me to sell it just because we can't get another one. But that's what it's there for. It's not actually good for anything else. With not selling the Reaper's Cudgel or naming ourselves Boat.
Do you mind? I have nothing you can afford, and as long as you're here, no one else will come.
Alright, let's ask him why
Same
he's
as
a
you.
merchant.
It's illegal for me to walk here without one. I'm from the surface, so by the law of assembly, I'm cashless. But I think of the brand as just a part of the license to vend my wares. I use a washable ink, and when I return home, it's gone first thing. I cannot imagine wanting to wear the beastly thing every day.
Bunch of surface trash. Nothing we need here anyway.
Okay.
Watch yourself. The Shaper doesn't need your footprints all over his clean clothes. We'll stand further back. I'm not gonna risk my position by having someone see you near his robes. After my mother took 5 years of her personal time sewing fine dresses for the head maid at the Shaperette, Mother tells me they never considered a single other candidate when the position opened for underwasher. I am not casteless. I am an honorable member of the servant caste. I serve my betters as is my place, decided by the ancestors who granted my mother my birth. I am not a criminal. You were once.
Criminals.
Whatever horrid deviants you're descended from were written out of the histories and deemed unworthy to join the ancestors. Obviously they bred anyway, but their children can't possibly deserve the same protections as those who were legitimately born.
Man, Boat just looks so sad. I guess that kind of fits his backstory, though. Okay. I think we're just gonna let this woman get back to her washing. Yeah, Orzammar is terrible. So the thing that I hate the most about Orzammar, this is this is a mild spoiler, is that, you know, like the later game quests, it's like one of the only ones with no good option.
Go back to your dirt pile, scum.
I assume this pile of
Like everything
worthless
else I
junk
feel
belongs to you?
You can get
You
a
realize
good
it's in
end
the way
except
and that the
Orgrimmar.
patrols will not be able to come through? Move it, or I shall have it thrown out in the deep roads, and you with it.
I'm so sorry, my lord, but they told me to move my goods over here. I couldn't even set up shop in my usual place.
Nonsense.
It's true. They said that the servants needed to polish the floors on that side of the commons in preparation for the new commander's first commission.
Yes. The new Idukan Commander's Feast is tomorrow, isn't it? I suppose it can't be helped then.
Okay. So
Very well. You may leave your goods here. Move them out of the way.
we don't want to talk to the commons guards. This is Barat's
Barat
shop.
won't want to see us without proof that surfacer's dead.
There has to be someone we can talk to. Oh, this is a tavern. You can talk to someone in the tavern.
The ancestors were smiling on my bets today. Another round for the house.
They say the warrior caste is hosting a proving so the Grey Wardens can look for candidates.
I'm sure that will not come in handy later.
Hey, I was saving that seat.
That's real thoughtful, Ascaius. It's tiring work looking for you.
How do you know my name? I don't know what you're talking about. You probably have the wrong Ascaius, see? I just got here this morning. I'm usually on the surface, and...
So you're not the turncoat two-faced swindling duster Barat told us about.
Poor Ascaius.
I never did anything. Barat's got no reason to send you after me. You mean
Alright,
you're not here to kill me?
Calm down.
Look, I always been loyal to Barat. He's been good to my family. I know how much I owe him.
Right. We believe him.
Keep him still. I'm gonna search his bags.
Wait, I do have some lyrium. It's just ore. I made a side deal with one of the mining families. If it worked out, I was gonna bring Barat his cut, I swear. I'd be crazy not to.
Suicidal, one might say.
Let's ask him how much
Just a
ore he
little,
took.
maybe 25 sovereigns worth.
25 sovereigns?
Most of that's with my buyers on the surface. I just picked up a few nuggets down here. If I were to maybe give you a piece, that's a lot of coin. Could you forget to mention this to Barat?
Yeah, we can listen to that.
I don't got any coin myself. I make that topside, but you can take the ore, sell it, maybe get enough to get out of this nest. What do you say?
Alright, we already agreed that we're going to be a good person, so we're not going to intimidate him for all he's worth. Let's take one
Are you
nugget.
breathing smoke? Barat will kill you if he catches you with his lyrium.
Hey, let's appeal to this guy's greed.
That's a whole other story. We need to sell it before we go back to Barat, and to someone who won't run to him. Tell you what, cut me in 50 and we'll take it to Olinda. Remember her? She likes me and refuses to work with the old man.
25.
Fine. What am I gonna
75.
fight you for it?
Then what happens to me?
This guy's a jerk. He doesn't get the whole profits.
We'll have to tell Barat he's dead. If he ever finds out.
He won't. I swear. You'll never see me in Orzammar
exactly.
again. Thank you. You're as noble as you are strong. May the ancestors bless your steps.
That's the thing. Barat already hates us, right? He already wants to kill us. So we can give him a reason now why he should kill us, and that is thinking with portals. And we saved that man's life, and all he was doing was cheating
Was that
someone
smart?
who's terrible.
If Barat finds out Oscius ran, he'll kill you. He'll kill me. He'll make you kill me, then yourself. Then he'll probably stew us and serve us to the poor.
I'll never find out,
That's
guy.
what I like about you. Pure blind optimism. We should sell this quick and report back before Barat starts wondering what's taking so long. Unless you think we should give it all to Barat. Then let's head back to Olinda.
We're gonna keep all of it.
What are you two doing back here? Well,
Miriam.
that's not what I was expecting to hear cross those lips. Where exactly would someone like you pick up lyrium? I can guess who you might have got this gift from. Lesky, you know I don't do his business.
This is just us. Shaper's honor. You won't get him with Barat if you buy it.
How much do you have? I can give you 30 silvers per nugget.
Only 30?
It's less than it's worth, I won't lie to you. But the market for it's topside, and that won't be easy for me to reach. And I'll have to find a buyer who won't ask where it came from. For that, I can't afford more than 30.
Yeah, let's find out why lyrium's so valuable.
Because we have it, and the folks topside need it. It's what their mages use to power their spells. And it's the only metal that'll let magic stick to a shield or sword. Now, do you want the deal or not? All right then. Let me take that off your hands. And you probably shouldn't come around here for a while, just in case.
All right, we got some good money. Now we're gonna save again. Now I get to go see Barat and tell him that nothing happened.
The king is old. His rule won't hold much longer.
Prince Balin seems far more sympathetic to our interests than Trian.
Balin has some tastes of his own that he knows I can provide. We'll finish this later. It's about time you two showed up. What happened with Oscius? What kind of rot are you trying to feed me?
He told us he'd be putting together a side deal for lyrium, but he'd already sold it.
Jarvia, send a dig troop topside. If Oscius had a hiding spot up there, I want us up to our
that did not
elbows
go
in
well.
it.
As you say.
And the matter of punishment? Very interesting, seeing how my cousin was at the tapsters this afternoon. And he says he saw something change hands between you and Oscius. And then the duster sodding stood up and walked out on his own 2 feet. Does that sound like what I asked? Jarvia, what does that sound like to you?
Sounds like some jumped-up face brands thought they could take a bribe and let him walk free. That's just not right.
The lady says it's not right. You wouldn't disagree with a lady, would you?
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna deal with Nightbot, because that's the second time that that's happened, and I don't like that. That should stop that. Sorry about that, everyone. I will fix Nightbot's settings before the next stream. Where was I? Right. No problem. We're we're not gonna tell him that we were stupid enough to kill him in public.
Right. I mean, no one's gonna say spit to you, Barat. But we can't move that free. We needed to get Oskaya somewhere private. We took him to the lava sinks behind the mines. You won't be seeing him again.
I don't like you making me look weak, but it's smart to try to keep the swordcast from asking questions. That's why I like you two. Now I got something else for you.
Oh,
make some use
that went
of
well,
your
guys.
unique
We
skills.
thought we were hot water, but we didn't. We did it. All right, let's mouth off to
You're
him again.
catching on. The Warrior Cast is hosting a proving today. All the best fighters, last man standing, you know the sort of thing. They're showing off for some Grey Warden who's looking for candidates to drag off to a life of eternal glory. Now, it's not often we get every named fighter in Orzammar lined up like that. And I have certain acquaintances who take an interest in this sort of thing.
Yep, we were just a teeny hair. I mean, that hair was his entire life force, though. You know, like, I mean, the guy can't survive without it. It was his most precious beard hair, and without that beard hair, he's a goner. He's just done for. Okay, what do we got? Yes, they're obviously betting. Let's find out why a Grey Warden would be here.
Topsiders see a couple of Darkspawn, they start crying and running to Papa Orzammar. They know dwarves are the best when it comes to Darkspawn, so they're here to recruit a couple of bodies to prevent another blight. Because why should humans have to live with what we get every day?
Let's find out more about the
Then
Grey
learn to
Wardens.
sodding read. All you should care about is who wins that fight. There's a lot of coin to be made when people get the fever up. Favorite fighter's an officer named Minar, veteran of 4 Darkspawn campaigns. Evaird's a long shot, just got back from a deep roads offensive. Some young buck who has all the ladies drooling. I've got a lot of money riding on him. Mine and other people's. I expect to see that 8-to-1 pay off. Understand?
Let's find out where the proving is.
It'll be in the big arena north of the Commons. Normally castless aren't allowed on the grounds, but I got you a pass. It says you're there to clean up the waste trenches, not to watch the fights, so don't look conspicuous. He'll be in the fighters' quarters under the stands.
I don't want
You
to talk to this
bet
guy
you
anymore.
will. Here's your pass to get on the grounds. The proving starts as soon as the clock strikes. And when I say I have coin on this, I'm not talking about some pittance, like the value of your life. If I don't see Evaird's name on the winner's sheet, you'd better make sure I never see you or your sister ever again.
Well, that went well, I think. I mean, yeah, sure, he threatened to kill my entire family, but that's a future thing and not a current thing. It was very nearly a current thing, so I think we should continue to lie to this man and see how long we can keep it up. Wait, this is south, isn't it? Yeah, this is south of the Commons. I'm learning directions. I usually do Orzammar last, so it's been a while since I've actually done this.
Get out of my face, Brand.
Alright, I thought that was the arena. Maybe that was the arena? Of course. Of course I was right the first time. That's always how it is.
Turn
Yeah,
around,
it is,
Brand.
You're right.
No castless on the
You're right, Master
ground.
Melodies. It's the longest con. We are going to make this guy super, super rich, and then one day we're going to completely screw up, and he's going to kill us. I mean, we're going to kill him. That's definitely what I meant. See, we have a hall pass. You have to let us
Looks
go to the bathroom
legitimate.
now.
Go on through then. But stay to the trenches. Grey Wardens don't need some eyesore getting between them and the fighters.
Stone's Embrace. That's one of them. One of the Grey Wardens.
I mean, yeah, I would
dare you
imagine
to go over
considering
and
he's
talk
like
to him.
the only guy
Say,
here who's
welcome
not like
to
4 feet
Orzammar,
tall.
Warden, sir. May I drink your bathwater?
Stone met, and blessings on your house. That was the proper greeting for an outsider last time I visited Orzammar. Has it changed, or is there a reason you're looking at me so strangely? Do they say the Grey Wardens are disrespectful, then? My name is Duncan. I'd say of the Grey Wardens, but I suspect you already know that. Pleased to meet you.
See, I love Duncan in every route except Human Noble, where he's kind of a jerk. But otherwise, Duncan is best dad. He is the greatest dad. He has all the Dad of the Year mugs from all of the Grey Warden recruits. But we're gonna be boat of nobody.
Of course. That's what the face brand means, then. I remember that now.
Isn't it a good thing that we put the face brand on our character? Because you can make a castless dwarf that doesn't have a face brand, and then everyone comments on it, but it's not there, and it's just really awkward. Let's crack a joke. Yeah, you absolutely can. My first time I made a dwarf noble, I thought that one of the tattoos looked really cool, so I gave him a castless like face tattoo, and yeah, it was weird.
For saying hello? My friend, to a Grey Warden, nothing short of a slavering Darkspawn waking you in your bedroll counts as harassment. Actually, I'm glad I met you. Whenever we come to Orzammar, we always stay in the Diamond Quarter. You forget how much of the city you miss.
Duncan's so cool.
The Wardens are always looking for those who have the courage to spend their lives in battle against the Darkspawn. It's rare we find those with both the skill and the will. The best Wardens are ruthless to their enemies, compassionate to their friends, and inspiring to their troops. It's a lot to look for, but I hope to find it here. And I hope you also may find what you are looking for.
I'm looking for a guy that I can... I don't know, I can give him like some sort of like super potion, or am I just going to poison it? Probably just poison it. Yeah, you can make, there's like a lot of character creation options in this game that are lore relevant, and the game doesn't force you to make them. Like you can make, like only the Dalish elves have tattoos, but you can make a city elf with tattoos, and they don't tell you that in character creation. Or you can make a Dalish elf without tattoos. They don't tell you that in character creation either. So it's just kind of weird. Or like you can make a circle mage, and they're an elf, and if they're like, I did that recently on my previous playthrough, where it was a city mage or circle city elf mage, because it makes you a city elf if you're a mage, basically. And I gave him Dalish tattoos, thinking I'd be able to make him a Dalish elf. Nope. No, he just has tattoos for some reason. He's a poser. No, this leads to the arena, maybe.
Combatants only.
Yeah, that leads to the arena. Okay, Oh, there we go. The one with the quest marker. And the open door. Oh, that does not look good.
Sweetheart. Sod it.
Yup.
He's stone drunk.
Do it for the
He could
aesthetic.
draw a dead man for his bout and still lose. Barat's gonna kill us if we slip up here. He's already jumpy enough after that stunt with Oscius. Hey, I just had an idea. That's much better than my idea.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we should go up in the stands and start a rock slide, but you're brilliant. You'll be a
I think you're just
You'll
really
go out
dumb.
in his armor, keep down the visor, and fight in his name. He wins, Barat wins, everybody wins. Except all the warrior caste braggarts you leave kissing dust. I sodding love the way you think, my friend. I was afraid Barat was going to kill us.
Yeah, see, that's what I sort of decided to go with for my story, is that he's like sort of a Dalish fan, like in the same way that the Dalish are fans of like the Elven empires of old. He's also a similar fan of the ancient elves, and so he sort of gave himself the tattoos as part of his magical research. Well, Barat might still kill us, but we're not going to use any drugs.
You've got a heart of steel, Selraka. Get in the armor.
Bout 3 is next. Officer Minar versus the warrior Averd. Fighters, report to the ring.
No more time. Make sure you have everything and go tell the Proving Guard you're ready to fight. And don't forget to keep your helmet down.
Okay. Oh, hey, we actually can wear this because of our armor. But where's our items that we need?
All right.
Oh, here we go. Alright, so we have a mod that prevents us from actually, like, wearing our visors. So this is going to be a little silly, but it is on. Imagine.
Stone met, Averd.
Imagine it's
I believe
on.
it is time for your bout. May fortune favor your fight, Averd. Are you ready? As you say.
This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the paragons of Orzammar, for our honored guests, the Grey Wardens. The warrior Averd, son of Galton, will fight Officer Minar, survivor of the battle at Kar Ellerin.
You honor me with this fight. May the stone show the boldest heart through the strongest arm.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Alright. Alright, yeah, I'm using a keypad for this, and I have to remember what buttons do what. This is how I unpause, alright.
Oh, you wanna die? Yes. Was there any doubt?
Oh, yeah,
The
you did
winner is Averd! A truly memorable fight. The young cadet vanquishes the wily veteran. Healer, see to his injuries. The warrior Averd, son of Galton, will fight last year's Journeyman Division champion, Adalbo, proven in glory before the stone.
to honor me with this fight.
I love how the
May we
blood is still
both
there
win
from the last
glory
fight.
in the eyes of our lords.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Oh, he's a berserker. That could be bad. Or not. No, that was fine.
The winner is Eved! The ancestors have withdrawn their blessings and embrace a new champion on their field. The warrior Eved, son of Galton, will fight Lenka, Silent Sister in training. She has made her vows, but not completed her blooding. Will she be accepted into the legendary order? That will depend on her performance today.
The Silent Sisters are honestly, like, so terrifying.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
One of these days I'm gonna remember what buttons do what, and I'll stop opening the wrong menus. But, not today.
The winner is Eved!
Yeah, the Silent Sisters are badass. Like,
Lenka went to the stone without a sound, as befits her vows. But it wasn't hard to see the blood that was spilled. Eved will advance to the final bout to determine the true champion of the ring against...
What? It's my bout already? Hey! That's my armor!
Who are you? How dare you disrupt this sacred...
Wait, I know that man. That's Eved. Then what imposter did I fight?
oh, that's not
Remove
good.
your helmet, warrior, and let all who watched you see your face.
Alright, let's announce who we are. And let's boast about it. We have no class or clan, but we have defeated them all. We've removed our invisible helmet. Everyone but Duncan is really mad.
Castless! You insult the very nature of this proving! Guards, take this filth away!
Yeah, I agree.
Hold your man, I pray.
We clearly deserve to be
This
here.
warrior has defeated the best you have to offer. Is that not what this proving is for?
We are honored by your presence, Warden, but this proving is not solely for you. There are laws which have governed this arena for 1,000 years. This man is no warrior. He is casteless, rejected by the ancestors. His very footsteps pollute the stone. He has no place here.
Except as your champion.
Thanks, Duncan.
Are you awake yet? Psst. Can you hear me?
Oh, that's not good.
How hard did they sodding hit you anyway? Did you have to put up such a fight?
Yeah, exactly. He was so disappointed. Let's ask him how he got
As soon
here.
as everyone saw your face, Brand, the place went mad. Shut all the doors, examined everyone for family and caste. One of the guards recognized me and figured we must be working together. They burned 3 candles to the stump interrogating me about who put us up to this. I think they knew, you know, about Barat.
Yeah, we gotta
You
save
think
my
I
sister.
didn't look for a way out? Rika's not the only one in danger here. They could kill us. But these cells are built straight into the wall. And they confiscated all my lockpicks. What's it look like on your side? You see any way out?
Good, you're awake. Barat will be glad to hear that.
Oh, that's not good. Alright, we probably... do we want to remember who she is? I'm gonna go with, let's make fun of her.
You might want to watch your words, Duster. They might be the last ones you'll get.
That's Jarvia, you moron. Don't dig us in deeper by insulting Barat's top lieutenant.
Oh, I know who she is.
You caused a lot of trouble today. Barat lost 100 sovereigns for Lord Volney.
Ooh, that is
The
a lot of
entire
money.
proving was declared invalid, and the Assembly already called for an investigation. You can't imagine the state Barat was in when he told me to get you. All he needs to know is that you exposed him before the entire warrior caste. Now they're asking questions, and as long as you have tongues to answer them, you're a threat. Enjoy your last night together, boys. Barat will be by soon to make sure you maintain your silence.
That does not sound good. That sounds very bad.
Leave off with your noise. You're giving me a headache. Well, I don't see nothing wrong. Gee.
Let's
Hey,
use that strength
what
we
the-
leveled. Alright, we got our stuff back. Get everybody out.
All right. You want to get away with this? We can't leave one man alive to tell Barat what we've done.
Oh, we also gotta level up. Let's save before we do that. So actually, we already have enough strength to wear our armor, so I'm probably gonna respec at some point, especially once I do the circle towers so that I can get the extra points where I don't need to point as many points in strength, which I forgot to account for when I was doing this, but luckily I can respec later because I have that respec mod. But since we already can wear the 20 strength armor and we're not going to take off our +1 items, we can start leveling cunning. But I think we're gonna... Yeah, exactly. We want to go more into cunning and dex. Well, so I don't know if you were here, but I have a mod that adds all of the awakening skills and talents to Dragon Age Origins, because I've always hated that awakening had so many cool new toys to play with that you basically get for like, what, 10 hours? And so I added them to Origins so I get to play with them for longer. And one of the things that adds is it makes archery based off dexterity instead of cunning. So we want to dump primarily into dex. Basically, we're going to level up cunning to the point that we can get all of our lockpicking skills and all of our stealth, and then we're just gonna pump dex until we can no longer pump dex anymore, or the game is over, to make archery really good. So let's get 16 dex and 16 cunning, so we can also start to equip like a good bow. Yeah, so let's get some better coercion. That's what we're gonna want to rush, I think. Wait. No. Let's think this through. It has been probably 10 or 12 playthroughs of this game before I remembered that someone in my party has to have trap making for that one quest in Lothring for trap making. We want melee archer. Even though we can't use a bow yet. Wait, actually, no, we can. Because we have a short bow, don't we? Totally forgot about that. Oh, and we gotta... actually, yeah, what can I give you? I can just give you some daggers. What class are you? Okay, you're also a rogue. That's what I figured.
To the shadows with me.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Yeah, it's always like, do you know anything about traps? Oh, that's what I forgot. I forgot the traps. Always with the traps. It's like, it's such a dumb quest that they like make you do that and then they don't give you anyone who can complete it. Like every other quest, one of your party members can do it, except the stupid trap quest. For those of y'all who haven't played this game yet, when we get there, you'll know. Because I will be like, ha, I did it. I actually remembered. Let's see. Where are these enemies? Oh, are they spiders? They're spiders, aren't they? They're gonna come down and see it. No, they're not. I just couldn't see them yet.
Don't look now. If you insist.
Wow, what was that?
My fist. Fist. Say hi to face. Oh, you wanna die? Got my back, right? But you're gonna have to move quicker than that. Are you
sorry.
joking? Surely you're joking. All right. Going. Quiet now. I'll be quiet as a nug. That's asleep. Oh, look, he wants to fight. All right, I'm game.
We're so
This should be fun. Quick! Nice try. How amusing.
Oh, there's another one. Well, not really, but okay, I guess we can aggro all of those guys too. That's fine.
Right, that's it!
Come on, let's show them.
Yep.
Yes.
So this is early game. The combat does get better, I promise.
Come and get it.
No, I guess we didn't miss anything to loot. Oh wait, we gotta still do
To the
that.
shadows with me.
Be quiet as a nook. That's asleep.
Oh. Ow. Okay.
Right, that's it.
Going. Amusing. Another point for me. If you insist. All right. How about you there?
Come and get it.
Was there any doubt?
Quiet now. You're gonna have to move quicker than that.
Just tell me what to do.
And I'm on.
And this guy sure does like to rot
You're
really
gonna have
far.
to move quicker than that.
Too bad for you.
I'll be quiet as a nook. That's asleep.
Alright. We've got a chest to loot. There's definitely something that's gonna pop up off the edge of that cliff, isn't there? Oh. Huh. Well, okay then. The deep roads apparently have traumatized me. Yeah, I do need to pause in doorways for trap sense to kick in, you're right. I don't think I have trap sense though, I think that's the thing that I forgot to get.
I'm cutting the whore free. If that turncoat brother of hers doesn't know his place, I don't need precious Rika either.
Rika? That the one you got all done up in lace? I've been wanting to get my hands on that.
I know what you mean. She's yours if you want her, boys. And let me tell you, it tastes as good as it looks. What in sod all is that doing out of its cage? Let's teach this little duster a lesson.
Alright, of course you already used your disable. If you're a permanent companion, I would adjust your tactics, but you're not, so I won't bother.
I
fist. Face. And I'm off. Oh, look, he wants to fight.
Get on it.
Quick! My fist. Fist?
All right, we did it. We finally killed that guy.
Did you see him there
Screwed that guy.
when we're done with you? And you just charged in and sodding slaughtered him. You have to be the luckiest duster in Orzammar. Barat's dead, and we're standing here. Hail to the sodding king! Well, he sure was talking like she's still alive. But I won't turn down the chance to go take another peek. Hey, could you tell Rika I killed him? I mean, it doesn't do you any good if she thinks you're the most virile warrior in all the stone.
The expression on our face when he says that.
An excellent point. Now let's go find somewhere to hide.
All right. Well, we told him. Let's go hide somewhere.
And I'm off.
Ooh.
Yes.
Loot. Some helmet. Dwarven mace. And now we leave for real. Wait, let's
the shadows with me.
Stealthy man.
I'll be quiet as a nug. That's asleep.
Go. That is not someplace we can walk. That is, we have to click there. I knew that. I was just making sure that you all knew that.
There they are! Seize the fugitives!
Oh, that did not go well.
Drop your weapons and walk down slowly. We will use force if you resist.
Yeah, guys, we're the victim here. We were
You
kidnapped.
do not speak until the Shapers have judged you.
One moment, my friend. Did you not suggest this Barat might have arranged their convenient escape?
Regardless, the penalty for impersonating a higher caste is death.
If Barat is as influential as you say, perhaps he also masterminded this Everd's impersonation.
He's dead? Barat had many enemies, but also powerful allies.
Barat would have butchered us if he hadn't killed him first.
Your friend has once again demonstrated his courage. We Grey Wardens travel far and wide in search of those with the potential to join our ranks. It seems I have found one.
Hey guys, I think we may be getting out of this without being executed. Yes, the bitch is dead. Okay.
Let me make my offer formal. I, Duncan of the Grey Wardens, extend the invitation for you to join our order.
This man is a criminal. You can't do this.
You actually legally
I can, and I am. It would mean traveling to the surface lands and thus leaving your people. But it does offer you the chance to strike a blow against the Darkspawn and the Blight.
Hey guys, that's what we wanted to do at the beginning of the game. We wanted to join the army. Yeah. Well, what about our sister?
Then you will be subject to whatever sentence the Shapers choose to impose.
Okay, that's death.
I
Yeah,
think
we
you
can't
know
do
what
that.
that sentence would be. I would spare you from it, and for an excellent cause.
This is true. We talked to our
And
sister
I
at
see
least.
your friend would like to speak to you as well. Why don't you see what they have to say before you give your final answer?
All right, let's talk to our sister first. We actually
I
care
couldn't
about her.
believe it when Sir Duncan said he wanted to recruit you. I was ready to kill you when I heard what you did at the Proving. But it worked out for the best.
Yeah, we can't leave her
Those are
alone
the
here.
rules of the Order. all wardens leave their families behind.
Yeah, exactly. It really isn't that much different, except that we're not literally dead.
Please don't hold yourself back because of me. I think, for the first time, Mother and I will be fine.
Oh, that's good.
I spent the afternoon with my new patron. If everything works out, maybe I can even greet you as an equal if you return.
And in that case, he's
Go,
telling us to do
little
it.
brother. Make the world a better place.
Alright, we're actually... Yeah, we could join the Legion, but I don't... Do they even let Castless join the Legion? I don't think they do. Because we talked about that at the beginning of the game, and they said we can't join the army because we're Castless. Alright, I'm going to talk to Lesky, but I'm specifically only going to do this to tell him that if he so much as looks at my sister, I am coming back here.
Those guys must have seriously cracked your skull. You're not gonna turn down being a Grey Warden, are you? Well, don't you worry about that. Old Lesky.
This is the talk we have to have with him. See, that's
She'll
what
be
I'm
the
afraid
first
of.
one telling you to go. She never wanted this to be your life.
Right,
well, go back and tell him yes before he comes to his senses.
We told him not to mess with our sister. That's all we gotta do.
Have you spoken with your friend and sister? Then before these witnesses, I hereby recruit you into the Grey Wardens. Know that you are most welcome. Before we brave the deep roads, I would like to make you a gift of this mace, since you have so few possessions of your own. It was once wielded by the Warden Forel Idukan. I believe he was related to your king. I know you will continue
Heck
his
yeah, we
proud
got a
example.
royal mace, everybody.
Goodbye, my friends, and thank you for your hospitality.
Did it. We joined the Grey Wardens.
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korkari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Kalen. I didn't expect a
royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is he?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
There's no need to be so formal, Duncan. We'll be shedding blood together after all. Ho there, friend. Might I know your name?
Alright, I feel like we shouldn't be rude to this dude. He never really did anything to us. We're gonna be polite.
Pleased to meet you. The Grey Wardens are desperate to
both.
bolster their numbers, and I, for one, am glad to help them. It's good to see one of the honorable stout folk outside Orzammar.
Here we go. Commoner dialogue. Honorable, you must be thinking
Sounds
of
like
the
there's a
nobles.
story behind that. You must regale me with it sometime.
Yeah,
I do.
We'll tell him.
I'll make sure to have the finest dwarven brew brought up from the palace cellars. After we've dealt with the blight, of course. I've been to Orzammar. King Endrin invited my father to a grand proving long ago. How does Endrin fare these days?
I don't know,
Well,
and I don't
still,
care.
I hope to be as wise and fair a ruler as Endrin. Allow
That
me
guy
to be the
is a
first
jerk.
to welcome you to Ostagar. The Wardens will benefit greatly with you in their ranks. I'm sorry to cut this
we'll
short,
keep
but I
telling
should
him
return
lies
to
to
my
him.
tent.
He could theoretically have
Loghain
us
waits
killed.
eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different. I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
Alright guys, there we go, the big
What the king
lore
said
drop.
is true.
Oh,
They've
wait,
won
no, there's
several
more.
battles against the Darkspawn here.
Yeah, but he doesn't seem to be taking them very
True.
seriously.
Despite the victories so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day.
Yeah.
By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
Alright. Let's see. Maybe we should move quickly. What would you have him do? Why not? He seems to have performed very highly. Could if he were not such a fool. You know, now that he's gone, I feel like Bo doesn't think very high of nobility, given that they were kind of jerks to him. He doesn't really know the difference between you know, like dwarven nobility and human nobility. But I also feel like he knows that Darkspawn are really scary and shouldn't be underestimated.
You must not speak of the king so. He is over-eager, perhaps, but he is also one of the few Grey Warden allies. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can, and look to Teyrn Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay. Every recruit must go through a secret ritual we call the joining, in order to become a Grey Warden. The ritual is brief, but some preparation is required. We must begin soon.
Okay, let's find out why the ritual is so
The
secret.
joining is dangerous. I cannot speak more of it except to say that you will learn all in good time. Until then, you must trust that what is done is necessary.
Suspicious, but okay. Are we the only
No,
recruit?
there are 2 other recruits here already. They have been waiting for us to arrive.
Cool. What do we
Feel
do?
free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair.
My boy!
When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time
our
to
boy,
summon
guys.
the other recruits. Until then, I have business I must attend to. You may find me at the Grey Warden tent on the other side of this bridge, should you need to.
Okay. We're gonna level up again, and then that's gonna be... Actually, hold on. How much, what are our stats right now? Wait, actually, I can check up the page. Alright, our dexterity is 22. So... I'm gonna take 2... 1. That's what we're going to be doing for a while there, is just 2 decks, 1 cunning. We are going to want Arrow of Slaying at some point. Alright, we're gonna do one thing while I'm thinking of it. Is now we should be able to equip Bregan's Bow. Yeah, we can't equip Bregan's Bow. Okay. This bow is much better than our current bow. And also looks much better. Okay, well, I feel like that's a good spot to end it for now, because this is beginning really the next big part. Oh yeah, doesn't it look cool? It's apparently the best bow in Awakening too, if you import it into Awakening. Because it gives crit damage. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, so today I feel like we're gonna get into the Ostagar arc. That's pretty long. It's not super long as far as arcs go, but we are looking at probably a few more hours. I don't really have that time right now. I should really get some food. But thank you all for coming. I had a lot of fun doing this. I'm definitely going to do it again, I think. I will let y'all know when that's going to happen. But I'll, if you also follow me, then you should get a notification when I go live next. It might not be until this weekend. It might be before then. I'm not sure yet. But I hope that y'all will be able to make it. And hope y'all had fun. So on that note, good night, everyone. And I will see y'all later. Thanks for watching.